Good morning. My room right now is a little bit blank because I'm about to do laundry today. So for today's video, you already know what I'm talking about because it's in the title. Budgeting and spending money in my 20s. Just in case you didn't know by all the posts and comments I make about living in New York. With that context, I spend a crap ton of money. It's really hard to eat out less than $20 for your meal. It's really hard to go one day without spending $1. And rent here is crazy expensive. I'm paying really cheap rent compared to a lot of my friends and what's in the market. Personally, I get really uncomfortable talking about money because it's something that I haven't figured out yet and I'm embarrassed about sometimes. It stresses me the fuck out and I'm always constantly thinking about it. It's not the most fun thing, but I think I've gotten so used to that being part of my everyday life that I don't think about it. But in the beginning, it just was really stressful, and now it's just like a constant stress in my life. And that's just how it is in your 20s. Right now, I'm not backed by my parents, and I'm paying for everything fully by myself with my own money that I've earned and worked hard for. And another thing that I've noticed about living by myself and fully financially supporting myself is that it's been nice in that I can buy myself really nice things or better products because I know that, one, I can afford it, and because I don't feel guilty that I'm taking my parents' money for it. But then on the other hand, I spend a lot of money when I need to cope with the negative emotions, whether it is feeling homesick, bored. Sometimes I'll be bored and then I'll go get a cup of coffee. Or sometimes I'm like, I really hate work today, so I'm gonna get a cup of coffee. And that cup of coffee is like minimum $6. Those are some observations that I've noticed, some high level things about spending money and budgeting in my 20s. Key things that I spend my money on. I know exactly how much I spend on everything. I keep track of it all in this Excel sheet here, and I spend
posting out this time that you wouldn't come home. But for drinks I'm wasted.
I've filmed this one part of the video 1,000 times because I think there's something wrong with my camera. Okay, variable expenses. They're obviously very unique categories that personally work for me, but obviously not going to work for everybody else, especially let's say maybe you don't like going to the gym to work out or you like walking instead. So if you like walking as your exercise, you're not going to pay a dime. So there's no need for a category called gym. Also, if you don't have a dog, why would you have a dog category? So this is just a general guideline that I like to follow. Obviously, you do not have to follow it brick by brick, but generally you would want to have a variable versus reoccurring costs and then categories that are relevant to you. Another example is that I like to separate eating as eating out, groceries, and drinks. And I do this because I want to minimize the amount of money I'm spending on eating out and drinks, but maximizing the money I spend in groceries. And the only way I can do that is if I separate the categories and see where I'm spending my money. And just an FYI and why I do that is because groceries are way cheaper than eating out, especially in New York, and you get way more bang for your buck by grocery shopping. Alright, moving on. At the end of the month or the first day of the next month, I will calculate how much I spent on everything. How the heck do I do that? So I have an app and it looks like this. Here's a pig right next to the Venmo and it's called Money Manager. And there's obviously so many, so you don't have to use this one. Every day, anytime I spend a penny, I will write down how much I spent, what I spent it on, and what category I spent it in. And this app lets me kind of manually sync my categories in, so all the categories are pretty much the same. Health and skincare, apparel and jewelry, utilities. I write all of that down, and anytime I spend money in the category, I'll put it in there. It was definitely in the beginning a difficult habit to form because I would forget. I would just buy things, but that's the key thing to this exercise. It's that now you can never not notice that you're spending money. I feel like a lot of the times we'll spend money, but we didn't even realize that the money left our bank because everything is on credit now, so you don't feel the same pain as with like taking $1 from your wallet, physically handing it to somebody and seeing in your wallet that there's less stuff in it. This is kind of like my way of going through that pain. That's my method. I put it into my Excel sheet and then I bold the expenses that I spent the most of. I also have another column that has percentages just to see where most of my money is going. Hopefully it's in a category that I really care about and want to spend more money in. Literally in the sheet has everything for me. I calculated and budgeted New York so that I knew it made sense to move here. I wrote down my goals money-wise, what am I saving for, all of that stuff. Then I have another section to the sheet, and this part is super awesome because it gives me an overview on the entire year and if I'm net positive or negative. And right now I'm very net negative, but it's okay because I still have savings that I'm kind of digging from, and the goal is to obviously get to net positive. Besides those management tips, so first is eating at home, the grocery thing that I said. That saves you a ton of money. Like I said, New York, each meal is at least $20. When I eat at home, my meal is probably less than $5. I also go to Flushing in Queens instead of going to Manhattan to go shopping for Asian groceries because it's super expensive here. I love clothing, I love fashion, and I love changing up my style. I get bored easily with fashion, and because of that, it is really expensive to support my financial fashion needs. And I've been addressing that by subscribing to the Nuuly rental, which is $88 a month, and I get 6 pieces. No, this is not sponsored, but I do love it so much. I get to just wear them for that month and then return it, and then I get another 6 pieces, so I never get bored of the clothes. Because my entire room and closet storage is really small, I don't have to worry about storing too many more. With also clothing, when it comes to essentials and basics, I'll buy really good quality that are expensive, but it will last me a long time. So over time, I'm actually saving a lot of money. So I also take advantage of doing free things. In New York specifically, there's a lot of free things to do. You can go kayaking for free. You can go to Central Park and that's free. And I'm sure in many cities and other towns, there's a lot of free things to do. You just have to know where to look and go do them. I cleaned out my email inbox. So if you look at my email right now, you will see that I basically don't have any promotional emails for any like clothing, jewelry, apparel company. The only promotional emails I get are from like charities and things like that. I did that on purpose because sometimes you'll see the deal and then you'll have a lot of impulse buys because you're like, oh my god, this deal is so good, and the moment that you click on the website or click in that email, it's over. You're immediately baited to buy things that you weren't planning to buy, and then you'll see them and you'll be like, I have to get this. But if you hadn't opened that email, you wouldn't have had those feelings. But yeah, those are my tips, tricks. I hope that helped somebody out there. And if you guys have any other pieces of advice for saving money, I need that. I'm sure other people need that. And please drop it down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I wanna make a scene, naked at the Bowery, rip it at the seams.